Good afternoon. I'm Mayor Tim Baldermann, and this is our 6th COVID video update. Since our last message, we have seen an increase in the number of confirmed cases amongst our residents. As of this airing, we have 41 confirmed cases here in New Lenox. The first time we were reporting confirmed cases was back on March 30th, so less than 3 weeks ago, when we had 3. Although our per 1,000 infection rate is still low, we are seeing the numbers continue to climb. I realize a lot of that has to do with testing and people actually having access to tests. Also, since our last video update, the governor has closed in-person schooling for the remainder of the 2019-20 school year. Schools will continue to do remote learning and e-learning. Please refer to your school's website for all that information. Many of you have contacted me having suggestions for how we could celebrate the graduations of our 8th graders and our high school seniors. As I've stated before, my daughter is a senior in high school as well. I know that our superintendents of the school districts are very concerned about their students. They have put a great deal of thought into what they can do to recognize the students' accomplishments at graduation time. I think it's best to leave that decision up to the school boards and to the schools. And I know they know that we as a village will help them facilitate any celebration that they choose to have. Our schools are closed. Our parks and libraries continue to remain closed under the stay-at-home order. They all want to be open to provide programming to the kids in town, to the other residents in town. I know they look forward to getting back open. I know our teachers would rather be in the building teaching their kids. Remote learning is difficult, not only for the parents at home, but also for the teachers. As soon as that's possible, we'll have that opened here in New Lenox. The businesses that are closed in our community are closed per the governor's executive order. The village body itself has not taken any other restrictive measures on any of our businesses. Some of you have contacted me and asked me why we closed a particular business when they felt that perhaps that business was essential. We have not closed any of those businesses. Any business closed in New Lenox is either due to the governor's order or a personal decision made by the business owner. As the mayor, I of course would like to see our businesses open. Your health and safety is of utmost importance to me and to our entire board, but we realize how important it is for people to get back to work and to have those businesses open and try and get on with our daily life. I can tell you that I listen to infectious disease doctors and healthcare professionals. I've had conversations with those in our community that serve in that capacity. I, of course, have listened to state and national infectious disease doctors. The governor's orders, as they are generally put out, coincide with the recommendations of healthcare professionals. That is why, as the mayor, I support the stay-at-home order and doing everything we can to help bend the curve. I may not personally agree with every business that's been deemed essential or non-essential per the governor, but I realize that his job is extremely difficult, and no matter what he does, there are going to be those that are happy or unhappy with that decision. It would be irresponsible as the mayor or as a village board for us to then pick and choose other businesses that we feel maybe should be open. It's in the best interest for right now for all of us to have a uniform approach to what's open and not, and to do what we can as a village to support those businesses. You residents have been outstanding in supporting the local restaurants that are open and the local businesses that are open. You're doing a great job of keeping them going. I know that the federal and state programs that are meant to help small businesses have not been extremely successful. In fact, it's very disappointing to hear that many major corporations have received funding, yet small mom and pop local business owners can't get any. That's why we here at the Village were the first community to offer the small business loan program to our small businesses. We've had many that have applied. We processed those applications quickly. And now that the state and federal programs are not necessarily living up to what others had hoped they would encourage our small local business owners to go to our website if they feel like they are in need of that assistance. I'm a proud American. I served for 22 years in law enforcement, serving and protecting others. I can assure you that if I felt that any of these orders that were coming down from state government or beyond were nefarious in nature, I'd be the first one on the front lines to fight against it. In reality, although we'll all have an opportunity to Monday morning quarterback this and see what could have been done differently, the decisions that are being made based on science and opinions from doctors that deal with infectious disease. That's why we are supporting these. If the time ever comes where there's a contradictory opinion between government and those in science, it will be a different conversation. In the meantime, as difficult as it may be, especially with the weather getting nicer, we need to all remain positive and be supportive of each other. Get out, get your exercise, practice safe social distancing when you're out in the stores. One thing we haven't talked about for a while, if you're not feeling well, stay home. That's really important. We still need to remember that if you're not feeling well, stay home. Don't go to the store. Don't go to any of the other businesses that are open. Let's stick together on this. We'll continue to keep you updated and informed. We're going to be calm, we're going to be reasonable, and we're going to support the decisions that make sense for our health and welfare. A strong economy, an open economy is very important. Getting people back to work so they can support their families is extremely important. But it would be negligent of all of us if we looked for that quick 1 month or 2 month rebound only to find ourselves in a far worse situation where we're shut down even longer. Thank you.